Yeah. We in here. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's man Theo Butter. We in here. We in here. Dang, I was asleep. I was asleep. Thank you to the he who sits up high for waking me up, because that ain't had to be what that was. So I was asleep. I woke up and I'm like, well, dad gone. Dad gone. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. I see we got people already in here, already pulled up. Groovy Fee is in the building. Kamoyo King is in the building. I'm gonna go ahead and keep up with these notes because y'all came ready. Y'all came ready. Let me put my reading glasses on. Let me put my prescriptions on and everything like that, because I don't want to be rude. Y'all pulled up. I think we got a great show. Big Rob. Hope you're in the house, big dog. Hope you in the house, big dog. Hope you're in the house. Lord Jesus. Now I tell him already, it's clear he does not care, nor does he truly know anything at all. Yeah, we gonna get, oh yeah, I like how you came in like that off the top rope, because he been doing this for a minute, right? Right. Rob, you've been doing this for a minute. So, and when you've been doing something for a minute, we expect a certain level of knowledge, expertise. Right. So you've been doing this for a minute. YouTube videos. And you've been going hard in the paint in regards to that being a mantle. Black Panther. It's just a mantle. You've been saying that since Marvel, since the MCU said it, but you predate the MCU. I like to think you predate the MCU, Rob. You predate the MCU. Your knowledge comes from the comic books. It ain't the MCU. So I would like to think that if you're gonna cap for somebody, it would be for the comic book. You would never cap for the studio over the comic books. I digress. What's going on? Big Jared's in the building. Kamoyo King is in the building. Yep. Well, like, share, subscribe. Big Ruben is in the building. What's going on, Ruben? Groovy tonight. Really do like the way you groovy. Hey, really do like that. Man, listen, anytime you pop up, Groovy, anytime you pop up, I don't give a doggone what mood I'm in, you finna put me in a good mood. You finna put me in a good mood. Not tell him is in the building. Big Jermaine is in the building, and Dirt Too Many. What's going on, fam? We in here. Rob, yeah, to the front. If you're dark skinned, Rob has a slight bias against the character. Saw that with his defending of Sunspot being about his skin tone and folks saying he should have been black or darker or baiting. You know what? I'm gonna do my doggonest Dirt Too Many to give Rob the benefit of the doubt. Not saying he deserves it, because everybody that smile ain't nice. Everybody that smile ain't nice. But I have not come across that. So what I will say is, we know, based on when the New Mutants first showed up in Marvel comic books, Roberto DaCosta is a dark-skinned dude. He darker than me. All Rob has to do at Comic Explain, and mind you, I'll do it my damn self. I'll put the picture up on my Twitter page. The damn cover, New Mutants, Roberto DaCosta sitting there just as dark skin as a little bit. See, that's comic book knowledge. Which you should, if you call yourself, I'm just called the Griot. I ain't called no Blurred. I ain't called no comic book, nothing. I am called the Griot. And all I am entrusted with doing is preserving and being able to accurately retell the knowledge that is Black Panther lore. That's my responsibility. That's my responsibility right there. I ain't finna overcook the grits. We staying right there. Stay right there. It's enough characters right there in and of itself. Black Panther lore. I don't want to spread myself too thin. Well, Rob went on Twitter. Don't know why. Yes, I do. Lies of Wakanda is on Disney Plus. It has nothing to do with the comics. You have people on social media that are aware it has nothing to do with the comics. You have people on social media going above and beyond and let other folks know on social media this has nothing to do with the comics. Those same people are asking questions on social media. Why ain't we telling any stories about T'Challa? Now, see, here's where you would like to think Rob would get it. The average person might not know this, but Rob is not the average person. T'Challa's bloodline goes all the way back to the very, if I said his bloodline goes all the way back to the very first Black Panther, I'm telling you the truth. I am. But I'm going to say to you, T'Challa's bloodline goes all the way back to Inyami. Cheryl Lynn Eaton's blood hunt, yeah, the very first person to settle Wakanda. That was Inyami. I could raise, I could challenge it and say, hey, no, that it go back further than that. That's actually T'Challa's ancestor right there. It ain't too much to believe that Inyami, Cheryl Lynn Eaton's run, gave birth to Mosi. It ain't. It just ain't been written. It just ain't been written. Now, that's me reading Blood Hunt, right? Did Rob read Blood Hunt? Did he cover Blood Hunt? Because I'm called the griot. His title is Comics Explained. It's not just for him to tell you what's in the comics. He's supposed to explain it to you, i.e., break it down. But I dare say when it comes to this particular IP, we don't want to do it. I get it. I rub some people the wrong way. Somebody would tell you, I'm passionate about my stuff. I would quote Erykah Badu. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. So watch what you say. And my shit are my Black characters, regardless of whether they Image, DC, Milestone, whatnot, Marvel Comics. Don't care. Watch how you treat them. Treat them with the same respect that you do with yours. Speak on mine the same way you're going to speak on yours. Don't disrespect mine. You wouldn't disrespect yours. Well, Rob made a statement, which when Rob first made that statement years ago, it was a lie. It's about to be 2026. So I would ask the question, why are we still lying? The lie is just a mantle. Now, between myself and quite a few of us, my brother D-Real and I, Flash, we went above and beyond to explain what's going on when they say it's just a mantle. But as much as they said it's just a mantle, neither them nor Rob have went above and beyond to explain to you who's all worn it. They just say it's a mantle to take away from T'Challa. Shame on you, Rob. Shame on you. Because you ain't done no videos educating my brothers and sisters, my fellow Black Panther fans, on who's actually worn that mantle. Have you? No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You can't say those who have worn it are credible when you've done nothing, neither has the MCU, to make them credible. Yeah. You've done nothing to make them credible. The MCU has done nothing to make them credible, and Marvel Comics has done nothing to make those other Black Panthers credible, and you know it because your job is to explain comics. Let's go, though, because folks will look at you as the white hype. Rightfully so, wrongfully so. But see, this is when I'm saying we social media influencers, we love Black Panther. This is where you better bring your Black ass home and form a circle with those that are like-minded and put your pride to the side. Yes, I'm talking to quite a few because I look at quite a few folks who you did not really have much to say when they decided to delete the character. You don't possess the knowledge that Rob does to go back and forth with Rob, and you won't lean on those that will. Thus, he gets to say whatever he wants to. And you're not seen as the comic book person. You're seen as the movie person. In essence, with him being who he is, folks believe off the rip, he knows more than you do. Which is why you're having to check him and him not checking you. But you're not able to speak articulately when it comes to who's the mantle, who's wanted, for how long. That's okay. That's okay. Big Brother is here. Malcolm is here. Eric Linshear is here. I'm coming off the top rope. Rob. Because even when you apologized for it and said T'Chaka was a retcon, you got that wrong. So I'm going to do it for the one time. I'm going to do it for all the Black Panther fans out there. You ain't got to say nothing. You could be in the back. Make sure you hit that like button, though. Make sure you hit that like button. Yeah. We're going to jump off into this thing. So, Rob, Comics Explained. So we don't ever have to do this again because I added you on Twitter. No excuses. You don't ever get to do this again. Now, I took the due diligence of putting these Black Panthers in historical order, not the order they showed up in the comic books, because they showed up out of order. But I'm doing it for you, Big Rob. I'm doing it for you because I know you're a busy man. I know you're a busy man. And I'm doing it for the culture. The Black Panther fan base. Yeah. Just so we know, Mosi, the very first Black Panther, showed up September 2017. He does not have a comic book run. He don't have a comic book run, Rob. He don't have a limited series, Rob. He don't have a giant size annual, Rob. He's a footnote. Yeah. He's a footnote. That's all that is. Just to get us back to 1 million BC. We don't have no stories of Mosi. You know that though, don't you? You know that. Mosi popped up with the 1 million BC Avengers. But we ain't got no solo story of Mosi. We don't. Hell, Mosi didn't even have a name when he first popped up, did he, Rob? You know that though, don't you? Thus, really, when Mosi was created, he wasn't created of any significance other than just to say there was a Black Panther on that Avengers team. Didn't even think enough of the character to name it. Damn. But you know that though, don't you? Let's keep the party rolling. Bashinga, 1977. We talked about it quite a lot, quite a bit. We have the spirit of Bashinga. We know he got a son. We know he got a daughter. He ain't got not one damn story, not one comic book. You know that though, don't you, Rob? You know that. While you telling my brothers and sisters it's just a mantle, and we gonna come back as to why you saying that. Why you not keeping it a buck? You explain the comics. You don't just regurgitate them. It's your job to break them down. Yeah, you're supposed to tell people the in-betweens of the story. You don't just, because you say, right, we don't want to just do copyright stuff. No, we're trusting you. Clearly, we don't need to. Trusting you to break down the story of our favorite characters. And some of those characters are Black. This when you get called to the back of the office. Come on, sit on down. Okay. Nagus. King Nagus. 2017. No comic book, no 5-issue limited series, nothing. Just a footnote. But mind you, your Comic Books Explained, right? I'm just the griot. Why you ain't telling people the significance of Nagus? That he is the first father of a Black Panther daughter. That would be where you come in. Because your Comics Explained. It's your job to explain the comics, right? Right. Especially if you choose to review them. And reviewing the comics and explaining the comics are two different things, aren't they? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Your job isn't to review it. Your job, based on your name, is to explain it. Have you been explaining these characters, or you just been collecting a paycheck? I said Negus was the first father of a Black Panther who's a daughter. His daughter, Queen Turkana, 2019. That's when she was created. No comic book, no standalone story, no 12-issue series. She just mentioned. You get a little picture of her standing over there and everything. Can you tell people she's a heavy-set sister? Or you just saying it's just a mantle? I ain't seen none of you mantliers break down the mantle yet. That's crazy. I ain't seen none of you mantlers break down the mantle yet. No, you quick to run to social media and just run your mouth. But I'm the griot. I'm gatekeeping for this character. I'm gatekeeping for all of Wakanda, fictional, Marvel comic book style. My question is, what's your motivation? Because mind you, you did a half-assed job explaining to Black people. Actually, me saying you did a half-assed job would be me giving you credit. You did nothing in regards to explaining the differences between Riri Williams, Ironheart, and the MCU and the comic book version. That was your job as the comic book explainer. You didn't explain a damn thing. You justified that trash. Well, I'm sorry. Is your name MCU Explained or Comics Explained? Is it Marvel Studio Explained or is it Comics Explained? Because I'm confused. Because you go above and beyond to explain what the studios are doing. You do a piss poor job in explaining my characters to me, which is why I keep looking at me and mine and make us watch who we going to get our information. Watch who, because everybody that's a comic book fan don't give two damns about what you give a damn about. And clearly we need to know that by now. Critical thinker. Right. King Zentral. Who's King Zentral? Did you tell him, Rob? King Zentral 2022. No limited issue. No giant size annual. No 5-issue series. Nothing. But there is something to explain when it comes to King Zentral, though, isn't it? It's something to explain. You could have explained it. Ryan Coogler could have explained it. Kevin Feige could have explained it. But you know what? That's okay. Thank you, Karama Horn, for explaining it. Yeah, there's something there with King Zentral's story. Have you told it? Have you explained it? That's critical Black Panther lore. Or are you just telling people it's just a mantle? And you got it wrong because T'Chaka was retconned. You got it wrong for quite a few reasons other than the fact that T'Chaka was retconned. And if you think about T'Chaka, even that statement you're making is wrong. Because T'Chaka came out in Fantastic Four, let me see, 52, 53, 53. Right. So even when you trying to cover up your mistake, see, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Your mistake, you're making another mistake in how you're explaining it. You, in essence, you don't know what you need to know to speak actual factual when it comes to anything Black Panther related. That's not your wheelhouse. That's not your wheelhouse. We need to know it's not your wheelhouse. And based on how loose you been in regards to other Black characters, please see Riri Williams, Ironheart, it's safe to say that while you might be who you are in regards to other characters, you're not that for us. Thus, we might want to watch how we take information from you. Keep up with these notes. Gonna be another banger. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, and we're gonna go through the rest of these Black Panthers since we say it's just a mantle. You ain't off the hook. Rob, if you here, hopefully you brought out your pen and pencil. Oh, snap, Theo coming for Comics Explained, aka Rob. I don't want to say I'm coming for him, What I will say is this. I'm correcting all those who think like him, who misspeak like him. I'm correcting all those who lack the intestinal fortitude, knowledge to speak out on him. Rob should never be speaking no more than Michael Rappaport should be speaking for us. Rob should never be speaking for us. It should always be somebody knowledgeable in regards to our characters that ain't in bed with Disney. Somebody that doesn't have anything to lose. Because see, if they got something to lose, they not going to risk it. And that's fine. You ain't got to risk it. But stop acting like you know what's going on when you don't. Especially if you call yourself pro-black, because all you doing is hurting my people. Which is supposed to be our people. All you doing is being part of the problem. Stop. I've been saying stop since 2021. I'm going to say it again, because my brother Daryl will come in and jump in on this one. We've been saying stop since 2021. We've been saying stop since 2021. You didn't want to listen. You keep going along with the trash that they're giving you just to get your feelings hurt every damn year. First, Grace Randolph hurt your damn feelings. Now you got then the MCU hurt your damn feelings. Now you got Rob hurting your damn feelings. Damn, when you gonna get enough of your feelings being hurt? When we told you in 2021, stop. Two dudes. We said stop. Don't tolerate any damn thing else from them. No, you want to ostracize us just for us to be right back where we started 4 years later. Maybe we should have listened to the dudes that actually had gray in their hair. Maybe we should have actually listened to the two damn dudes that were actually military veterans. Maybe. And they just so happen to be knowledgeable comic book fans. Maybe we should have tuned in instead of just dismissing them because they were too damn new for our flavor. Because that's exactly what it was. We didn't want to lock in with what D-Real and Theo were saying because they were new, because they were old. Yeah. You know what we also were? Black. You know what we also were? Comic book fans. You know what we were? When you combine those things together? Dedicated black comic book fans. We weren't in bed with anybody. Thus, we didn't have an allegiance to anybody aside from the comics and black people. That was our allegiance right there. We owed it to fellow black people and the black characters. Everybody can't say that. No, Daryl and I pay for every damn thing we get unless a writer sends it to us or one of the members of the Rock With Me Nation. We ain't got free movie tickets. We ain't got free damn comic books. So we're not sitting up here glazing folks unnecessarily. No, we glaze for black people. Well, don't be butt hurt now. Or if you still butt hurt, damn it, if you've been butt hurt year after year after year after year in regards to the representation of black characters, do something different. Do something different. Stop blindly promoting black projects for Marvel just because they black. Pick up a comic book. Learn the difference between what they're feeding you on the screen and what's in the damn comic book. Because quite a few of us promoted Ironheart too, right? Which had not a damn thing to do with the comic books. But folks like Rob from Comic Explain would tell you that's exactly what that is. But you don't know enough to go back and forth with Rob, do you? And you ain't gonna really check for Rob until he say something about your favorite black character, in essence, T'Challa. No, you should have said something a long damn time ago. You should have said something about Isaiah Bradley. You should have said something about Lamar Hoskins. You should have said something about Frank Rambo. Hell, you should have said something about Gabe. But we here now. Black Panther fan group, Rock With Me Nation, salute to the tribe. What's going on? I tell them I hope I'm here for this one. This one is crazy. Yeah. What's going on, Dirt Too Many? We in the building. If you're dark skinned, Rob has a slight bias against the character. Rob need to tighten up. This is America. Rob need to tighten up. This is America. This country was built on diversity. I suggest Rob pull his head up out his ass if that's what it is. Get it together. Get it together. We don't do that here. Ain't that what Chadwick said in Black Panther? We don't do that here. So if he has an issue with our skin characters, I suggest he fix it. I'm sure we got the pen and paper. Who we left off with? We left off with King Zentra, right? Why don't we speak on King Zentra? Because King Zentra was about to betray Wakanda, about to sell him out to the hyenas. That's why we don't talk about King Zentra. We do talk about Mamadou Fall. Why I couldn't get Mamadou Fall in the Lies of Wakanda? I'm sorry, because it's the Lies of Wakanda. Cress Williams. Cress Williams couldn't have played Mamadou Fall. Cress Williams couldn't have been the voice of Mamadou Fall. Mamadou Fall, a character that was created in 2014. I said King Zentra. He was created in 2022. There's no standalone issue. You get a little footnote in regards to how he almost sold out Wakanda, but you don't get no giant size annual. You don't get no 4-issue miniseries in there. You don't get a footnote. You don't get anything in regards to Mamadou Fall. Mamadou Fall, who, by the way, would be the second father that's a Black Panther to have a daughter who took on the Black Panther mantle. Nahanda. See, I can mention mantle all day over here on my channel. See, there's a difference. When I say mantle, I actually explain who wore it. I can probably give some story in relation to who wore it. I can tell them the real world significance of those characters who wore it. See, I ain't just saying it's just a mantle and just running along. And Rob, you just saying it's just a mantle. Well, Rob, is your knowledge limited to Kevin Feige's knowledge, Ryan Coogler's knowledge, or Nate Moore's knowledge? For you to be hollering, it's just a mantle. Because anybody that's a comic book historian should know better than repeating that nonsense. It's not just a mantle. You like what I did there? You like what I did there? So we know Nahanda would take over, but Nahanda as a character wasn't created until 2016. There's no comic book out there. If she ain't got no comic book where it's her as the protagonist. She ain't got no solo issue. But you know that though, don't you, Rob? You know that, don't you, big dog? Like I ain't telling you nothing you don't know. You know that already. So it makes me wonder, question, why in the hell would you go to Twitter yesterday just to promote that lie? It's just a mantle. They need your help getting up views for Eyes of Wakanda. Does the MCU need your help in getting folks locked in for Black Panther 3? Or is it that Marvel Comics needs you to promote the world to come? We're not getting with that. We not getting with that. Not Black Panther 3, we not with that. The world to come, we not with that. We not. You got a job to do. You got to promote it. Don't play Black Panther fans for being stupid, because here's what you need to know. I'm older than you. When it comes to characters, I'm more knowledgeable than you. That's not even close. And the thing about it is, the people that I rock with, that I associate with, they older than me. You got fame. You ain't got time. You ain't got experience. You got the numbers, but you ain't got the knowledge, my guy. Mr. Ray Smith is way older than you, and he knows more than you. That's a comic book fan. That's a comic book fan. You put yourself out there like a glazer. And that's fine. You can do that. But I'm going to help you out with something, because I don't think many people understand how serious I am when I say this. You got a family. You love them. There's nothing you won't do for them. Well, I need you to look me in my eyes when I say this. Because when it comes to Black influencers, you probably never heard a Black influencer say what I'm getting ready to say. When it comes to the presentation the representation of my people, I don't play with that. I don't play with that. So you watch how you speak on characters that look like me going forward. Because the same way you will raise hell in regards to those you care about, in essence, those you know, I will raise that same amount of hell, destruction, disorder for my people and the characters that look like me. Don't think it's safe out here. Don't think it's just for kicks and giggles. It's not. When it comes to Black representation, it's nothing to be played with. You played with it for too long. You misspoke on it for too long. You don't get to misspeak on it. I would appreciate it very much going forward that if you're not going to change your tune in regards to Black characters, stop speaking on them. Dejada, because he came after Nahonda. You explaining that to people? Because this is a teachable moment all the way across the board. I need you to know what trespasses not to do anymore, and I need you to level up your knowledge. So when you go out here and take the social media and speak on behalf of Black characters, you're actually speaking like you're supposed to, i.e. with knowledge. So see, we got King Dejada, no 12-issue series, no giant size annual, nothing. Ben Hazen, once again, nothing. Ben Hazen came in 2017, though. Hunan, July 2012. Takanda, July 2012. Once again, they ain't got no solo issues. They ain't got no solo issue. Now, because you are who you are, and you know folks at Marvel Comic Books, and you know folks at Marvel Studio, you might want to hit them up and ask them, say, hey, can you get some? So you can have a leg to stand on. So when you say it's just a mantle next time, it make more damn sense. Now you cooking with grits. You might want to holler at them. Who you got? Oh, M. Telly. Did you even cover Dr. Eve Ewing's run? Did you even cover Dr. Eve Ewing's run to know about M. Telly? Yeah. Because we were like, damn, did you? Because that we got the high tooth Zadaze in there too. Yeah, Indozy, give you more. Did you even talk about it? Did you explain it to the people? I don't remember you doing it. I ain't saying you didn't do it. I covered the story. Yeah, that trash. Yeah. I covered the story. That it came after that trash written by John Ridley. But did you do a job? Did you explain to the people the significance of M. Telly? I don't believe you did. Because I don't remember hearing you say it was amazing. I don't remember you saying that. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Who we got after that? Oh, Azuri. Yeah, that was the whole thing about this. M. Telly is Azuri's fault. That was why we was like, wow. Thank you, Dr. Eve Ewing. Thank you so much. You didn't speak on it though, did you? Matter of fact, you ain't said nothing about flags about fathers. Matter of fact, knowing that M. Telly is Azuri's father, you ain't came out and said not a damn thing comic book wise in regards to that trash video game they want to put out. I ain't heard you talk about Reginald Hudlin. I ain't heard you talk about Flags of Our Father. I ain't heard you talk about none of that they getting it wrong with the video game. None of that. But you explain comics, right? That's crazy. Then T'Chaka, but T'Chaka came around before you was born. But now, does T'Chaka have a comic book? Does he have a limited series? T'Chaka. T'Challa's father. I'm asking you. I know the answer. Does he? Hell no, he ain't got no limited series. You know he don't. You know he don't. So when you just telling folks it's just a mantle, you just talking. Matter of fact, when I looked at the damn Black Panthers, I didn't ain't one of them got no damn limited series. They just footnotes, but you know that though, don't you, Rob? You know that none of the Panthers I've named have a comic book dedicated to them. None of them. But we finna get some, right? Who's the very first Black Panther that we get that's got a comic book dedicated to him, babe? Oh, it's T'Challa. Oh, the very first Black Panther to have a black, because they've been around since 1 million BC, right? Right. But we ain't got no Black Panthers in time in the comics, do we? Do we see a Black Panther show up in the Invaders? No. No. The very first Black Panther to show up in 1966 was T'Challa. The Black Panther that's had his own comic book since 1966 is T'Challa. Did Shorty have a limited run as Black Panther? Yes, she did. You know who comic book it was in? His. Yeah. But then, Rob, maybe it's me. See, folks like to think that maybe you know and everything like that. What this mean? I know that the previous writer of Black Panther, Reginald Hutland, called up Jonathan Mayberry and asked him if he would like to take over. That's me. I'm not Comics Explained. What I am is somebody that's actually sat down and talked to a writer of a Black Panther comic book. Yeah. That's what I am. Shorty does have her own limited series. She does. It says Shorty right there on the title. She's not the Black Panther, though. No, she's the griot, what they call me. But you don't even do the due because you don't really care about Black culture like that. You don't know anything about Black culture. So you don't understand the significance of griot and why you might want to turn that into a talking point on your channel. You don't know. You don't care. It's fine. We do over here. But she is the griot, 12-issue limited series. She's not the Black Panther. Casper Cole, it has a 12-issue series, right? Whose comic book is Casper in, though? T'Challa's. Eric has his own limited series, right? It's called Killmonger. It ain't the Black Panther. You know that, though, don't you, though, Rob? You know that because you explain comic. So you mean to tell me when it comes to the Black Panther comic book, it's only been 2 Black Panthers outside of T'Challa that have had a 12-issue run, and it was all in his comic book. You know, like how T'Challa showed up in Daredevil's comic book? Yeah, they were in his comic book. And just in case we're confused, T'Chaka, May 1966. Scion, created in 2005. Eric Killmonger, created in 1973. He don't become the Black Panther until 1999 for a few issues. Right. Kevin Casper Cole, 2002, becomes the main character for 12 issues. T'Challa's in that story, though. He becomes the main character. Yeah, it's crazy. But he was in T'Challa's book. Shorty, 2005. 2009, created in 2005. And Reginald Hutland created Shorty for what? So that both his son and daughter could dress up as his favorite superhero during Halloween. We missed that for some strange reason. We get caught up in gender wars and everything like that. Let me say that one more time. Reginald Hutland didn't create Shorty to replace T'Challa. He created Shorty to go along with T'Challa. You got an issue. You're a man and you got an issue with women. Take your ass over there somewhere. You're a woman. You got an issue with man. Take your ass over there someone. The guy that created Shorty had no issues with either or. He created them. That's crazy. Because biblically speaking, man and woman were put down here to serve a purpose. Well, here, the author, the one that's celebrated, created the female character to go along with the male character. There's honor in that. I don't like what Christopher Priest got going on right now, but I can admire the character Hunter that he created. There's something there we need to be looking at. That child being T'Chaka's oldest, still not having gotten retribution on Claw nor the Kingpin for what happened with his father. The way Christopher Priest wrote Hunter, Hunter would have an issue with anybody wanting to put their hands on T'Challa. If it ain't him, it ain't nobody. Thus, Hunter and Eric Killmonger should be bitter enemies. Should be bitter enemies. Because Hunter, that's his little brother. And nobody touches his little brother, T'Challa, except him. But that's me explaining comics, right? That ain't my job. That ain't my job. I would ask why we ain't got a comic book where we got the relationship fleshed out between Hunter, T'Challa, and Shuri. But that would be me explaining comics. That ain't my job. That ain't my job. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Then we got some questions. I do my best to answer them. Long story short, Rob, that's trash. That's trash. You're supposed to know better. You're supposed to know better. And the fact that I know how long you've been saying it's just a mantle, I'm not even letting you off the hook with that one. Let me see. We got Percy Bedford in the building. What's going on, Big Percy? What's going on? Grand Madam Tarot, my spiritual advisor. This minimalizing of a title of honor such as king to the level of mantle is an obvious attempt at belittling the title holder. This is a subtle form of racism in Hollywood. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. The fact that I can come along and easily dispel what he said when Rob should know better. Rob should know better. And this is why folks like myself, D-Real, Flash by Night Comics, you're seeing older brothers, sisters come into the world of comic book content because folks ain't keeping it a buck. The younger folks, not knocking them, as Maxine Shaw would say, by and large, your introduction to these superheroes is through animation and live action. It ain't the comics. And so you're not necessarily pressed to go back and check the comics. They banking on that. They banking on you not knowing the character that looked like you. You didn't know who Lamar Hoskins was when they put that out there. You didn't know. Rob didn't educate you. Nobody did. You just took it and went along with it. Then when me and Daryl come along, me and Flash by Night, oh, we gonna get called old. We gonna get called passionate. We gonna get called everything except knowledgeable. That's the takeaway from the fact that folks didn't call it for what it was before we came out there. No, if you love black characters, they've been effing you over in the MCU ever since Captain America First Avenger. I'm sorry, nobody said anything. They did. What you can do is spin the block and ask content providers why they didn't say anything about Gabe, why they didn't be in first Captain America movie. You can do that. You can ask them, hey, why you didn't say anything about how James Rose was represented? That's what? Come on, Lieutenant Colonel. I got relatives that are in the military. Don't no Lieutenant Colonel act like that. This dude is not physically imposing. What are we doing? You can definitely spin the block on it. Go ahead. Ask them why Jericho Drone didn't pull up in Doctor Strange. How many Doctor Strange movies you didn't see? 2. You seen Brother Voodoo yet? Ask the black content creators why they didn't ask that question either. Ask Rob why he didn't say nothing. Because they were there. Oh, I ain't even talking about Brother Voodoo's brother either. No, where's Brother Voodoo at? Yeah. Where's Adam Brashear at? Where's Frank Rambo at? Why you ain't got Miles Morales in the MCU? Hell, where's the Prowler at? All these damn Spider-Man movies and you can't get not one Prowler? That's crazy. That's crazy. Why did we call Shooty's artificial intelligence the griot? When we know damn good and well that's supposed to be her alias. So them the questions right there. Them the questions right there. We get told we tripping when we ask them questions. No, I'm asking where Frank Rambo is, no differently than somebody's asking where's I forgot to do. Where's Jimmy Olsen at? Every Superman movie you get Jimmy Olsen. Why we think that is? That's a side character. Jimmy ain't important, but you gonna get Jimmy. You gonna get Jimmy. You gonna get Perry. Over here with our characters. Why you think that is? Because they think you don't know. But if I go back and tell you that they told me in the 70s, right? I'm born in 68. I'm being told in the mid 70s, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. That's still relevant in 2025. It's way too many of us right now today that if they watch this video and ain't picked up a damn comic book, what I'm going to be saying right now on this video is going to be the first time they come across it. When the comic book been sitting out there. Comic book been sitting out there. I'm gonna make sure I keep up with these notes because y'all came in strong. Talking about after looking through, this is from Nightellum, talking about after looking through my comics. Wait, so you mean you misspoke on T'Challa before checking your sources beforehand? Bam. How is that even possible? Ask the question because he said, going back, looking through my comics, he's been misspeaking on the mantle for how many years now? And he's been considered a credible source. How many years now? Misspeaking on that mantle. How many of us blindly went along with it? But what he said, oh, it's just a mantle. It's been a mantle since it was introduced. How many of us blindly went along with it when he first said it, and he first said it years ago? If Black Panther 2 came out in 2022, November 2022, you need to know he was chirping, regurgitating that early 2022. So you just not knowing you got it wrong? Mid 2025? How much damage has he done since then? Think about that. And that's too damn convenient, by the way. He got to look today. He's been misspeaking for 3 years. How much damage has he done in a 3-year time? How much damage has he and those like him done in 3 years in regards to the knowledge of this character? The knowledge of all Black characters. I ain't just going to leave it on T'Challa. But how much damage has he done? How much damage have they all done? Because he ain't the only one misspoke. Oh, now he wrong? And mind you, is he going to do a video admitting he was wrong? Because he did videos saying it was just a mantle. Is he going to put that same energy, that same effort into educating folks that he made a mistake? And he's been making that same mistake for 3 damn years. That's awfully convenient. Talking about after looking through my comics, don't get it twisted. I'm a fan of Rob when he's explaining comics and storytelling, but outside of that, his opinions have me looking at him sideways. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What they say, don't shoot the messenger. You're going there, you're able to compartmentalize. Hey, I ain't able to get to the comic book store yet. He got the comic books. Let me see what he got. Let me catch up on some comic book knowledge. I ain't mad at that. That's respect. I couldn't tell you I wasn't doing the damn same. But to your point, Dirk, oh, his opinions? Hell no. One, you have to be open empathetic and sympathetic to me and mine, and clear to see, if nothing else, he's ignorant. Now that's me saying he don't know no better. I ain't gonna call him stupid, because that would be me saying something else. No, he's ignorant. I was done with him once he supported whitewashing Sunspot. Granted, he is influential enough in the space that he is worth following, so you can keep an eye on him and check his ass. He knows damn. Here's what Rob couldn't do. Rob could not pull up the very first issue of New Mutants. He gonna look stupid. Rob could not even have a conversation with anybody who was reading, because it was a graphic novel first. That's the whole thing. It was a graphic novel first. Rob couldn't have a conversation with me because Roberto da Costa kept popping up as a dark-skinned brother with straight hair. Short. So the whole whitewashing, that's, to me, that's no different than the writer inserting themselves into the story. Rob wants to be Roberto da Costa. You can, you just gonna have to darken your skin up. Just like I would have to. Because he darker than me. But yeah, you ain't wrong, Ash Daddy. Not tell him. And then after Rob's apology and correction, he was still wrong because Theo had to share where T'Chaka actually showed up at. When I say I do this for the culture, I do this for the culture. And when I say the culture, I mean, I'm doing this for Black comic book fans everywhere. See what I said? I'm doing this for Black comic book fans everywhere. I'm doing it for Black Panther fans everywhere. Yeah, right here. Appreciate you not telling. Yeah, right here. I ain't doing it for the clicks. I ain't doing it for the likes. Me and the missus would like to be. We would like to. We would like to, yeah. In essence, what I'm saying is, I would like to live my life like how Rob living his life. Yeah. I would like to live my life like quite a few folks living their lives while they lying to you, misleading you, misrepresenting you. Yeah, I would like to live my, because they not worried about nothing. I would like to have that for me and my wife and everything like that. But it is what it is. We gonna do what we gonna do. We still, Kamoyo, myself, D-Real, Mr. Ray Smith, we planning on making moves for the culture. For the culture. I've been telling y'all since day one. Quite a few of us have. We not here for nobody else other than y'all. We not here for nobody else other than y'all. We talked to writers. Here's what Daryl and I know. Prior to 2018, Black Panther did not have an online media presence. The IP, the characters, Wakanda did not have a strong online presence. Didn't have a home to call their own. Well, anytime you're first, you're going to go through some stuff. What we're going through right now is what Superman fans had to go through ages ago. Batman fans had to go through ages ago. Spider-Man fans had to go through ages ago. And it's going to be a little bit rougher for us because we know how society, to a degree, looks at Black people and Black characters, i.e., that's a Black character. Why should folks care? That's what that is. We're Black fans. How knowledgeable could we be? So we have to overcome those obstacles first. Well, I know more than you do. It ain't even close. I got more merch than you do. It ain't even close. The folks that I rock with got more merch, more knowledge than I do, which says they trump what you got. They just not out there in the public atmosphere like that. Well, we dedicated to the culture. The action figures we got, Black. We got white ones. We got more Black. We got more white action figures than you think. But You don't need to see the white action figures because you can go on any YouTube channel and see them white action figures. You need to see you. You need to see you. So that's where Dale and I come at it from. It ain't like we don't have a Fantastic Four. It ain't like we don't have Thor. It ain't like we don't like Captain America. We don't like Iron Man. You can go on anybody's channel and see Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, God knows whoever. You hard pressed to go someplace and see nothing but black characters, regardless of who they are. Well, that's where we come in. It ain't just the representation, it's the knowledge. You're not going to get that nowhere else because they don't care like that. Y'all are saying it right here in the comment section. Rob don't care like that. We do. So what do we do with that, though? Because Rob has the numbers. I say this, I mean this, I stress this. We've done more. We, the Rock With Me Nation, has done more to grow the Black Panther fan base than anybody else, and it ain't even damn close. We ain't just talking the comic books. We got the action figures. It ain't just going to go buy action figures when they make them. We're telling you how to customize action figures at your home so you can have all the Black Panther, black character representation you want. Where else you getting that? Like, share, subscribe. I didn't have folks tell me they got daughters. Well, I got black daughters. Well, do you buy black action figures for your black daughters, or your daughters able to see themselves in the home as superheroes? Did you get, you buying Shorty? You getting this frail action figure that looks like Shorty. Well, Shorty is the griot. My daughters walk in the house and they see Shorty as the griot. This should be what every black daughter should walk in the house and be able to see. Griot Shorty. In essence, know that you're the oral historian for African history. But now, if Hasbro not gonna give it to you and you call yourself to be who you are, I got it right here where you can make it yourself. See, that's the whole thing. I care enough to make it myself. Some of us don't even care enough to make sure we're speaking on it factually. Think about that. Because who am I? Let some folks tell it I'm just a no influence having ass fool. That's what they say. Said it with their whole ass chest. But how many people actually gave a damn about what's in them stories? Were they going to explain it to you? So you don't go out there and misspeak. So you can actually learn something. Because let somebody tell it, wasn't Black Panther and Black Panther 2 supposed to be culturally moving? Culturally stirring? Well, if something shakes up a culture, you're still supposed to be talking about it. To this day. In essence, you got a video channel and you pissed about what Rob misspoke on in regards to Black Panther. Why you ain't been educating folks on Black Panther so Rob can't even say stuff like this? What say, Jermaine? I like that Lies of Wakanda. I mean, that I don't think I can take credit for that. I think that's Daryl. Imagine capping for an MCU that is failing. I'm gonna let him be great. Dirt Too Many, yeah, I think he did. What's going on, Kamoyo King, president of the Black Panther fan group? So when you're a fan group, you first, you can't let folks trespass, because if you let them take too many liberties, they won't stop. Rob thinks everything is amazing. Man, and listen, you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with a thought. We all got thoughts. Don't make them right. Rob knows ain't no comic fan cares about the mantle of the heroes, city nations over. Actually, I hope he do today. Like, I want this to be a teachable moment for everybody involved, so we don't ever find ourselves revisiting this. I would like the mantle talk to just go away, because you know damn good and well that ain't the truth. That's Rob being disingenuous as hell. You know damn good and well it ain't a mantle, because if it was just a mantle, here we go. I got more stories involving Commissioner Gordon as the Batman than I do with T'Chaka as Black Panther. I got more stories of Barbara Gordon as Batgirl than I got of Shorty as either Black Panther or Griot. Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this deal out now. I can't even get T'Challa to get with any woman, let alone Aurora, get with any woman to get the Franklin Richards, the Valeria Richards. And I'm sitting there looking like, it's actual Black people that ain't pressed that the Richards family then had not one, but 2 damn children, and we can't get one. It's crazy. You have to be accepted by Bass Man. Captain America is a mantle. Been quite a few folks wearing it, ain't it? We never talk about it, do we? I like that dirt. We never talk about who all that slung that damn shield, huh? Nope. Nobody want to talk about it. Anyone who thinks it's just a mantle ain't explaining nothing. That's from Nightella. S. Jaddix, Liza Wakanda. Get back. Y'all going strong in the comment section. I'm trying to keep up. I ain't doing a good enough job. I ain't doing a good enough job keeping up. Wait a minute. Good. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to keep up. Y'all in here strong. Y'all in here real good. Googity boogoo. Wait a minute. Y'all wait. Okay. All right. So S. Jaddix, not tell them, Kamoyo King salute. Not tell them anyone who thinks it's just a mantle ain't explaining nothing in comments, not Black Panther comments. S. Jaddix, Liza Wakanda is interesting. They went from trying to minimize T'Challa with this mantle BS to sidelining Black Panthers entirely to focus on random side characters. All right. Dirt too many. You have to be accepted by Bass Man. Captain America is a mantle. That's explaining comment. Good. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Can't believe from Shaka Hopper. Can't believe people actually watch Eyes of Wakanda. Like, how? It baffles me. Where's Black Panther? I looked at it like this. And thank you so much for pulling up Shaka Hopper. I was like this. This ain't got nothing to do with Black Panther. I'm like, ain't no Mosi, ain't no Inyami, ain't no Nahanda, ain't no Bashinga. I'm sitting up here like, and I know some names of some high toots. Ain't no Ndozi, ain't no Achilles, right? Ain't no John, ain't no Hunter. So I'm like, I don't want folks to think that I know names of high toots, but then they sit up here and they want to blur the line between the high toots. You know what? They ain't gonna be satisfied. I guess we don't mind gender swapping high toots, but we won't do that with the Doras. Why? And mind you, that's all on Ryan. That whole Nakia thing. Nakia couldn't be a Dora. No, she had to be a war dog. Why? Why? But no, if we know why the Doras were formed, right? We know the Doras were formed for a reason. I'm gonna let people be great. Let's see here. Not tell him says Rob saying it's been a mantle passed down since FF 2052 and 54, but failed to talk about the T'Challa bloodline, but failed to educate on how bad. Yeah, he didn't. He just reviewed the comic. He didn't explain it. He also failed to explain how Blade called T'Challa the last of the first multiple times in Blood Hunt. Did he? Was it on purpose or not? Trying to push a narrative. Dirt too many say what's going on. We got Big Jarris in the building. Is Black Panther T'Challa not amazing enough for him to know true Black Panther lore? It's been about T'Challa and all. Not tell him. It's one of those things where he can explain whatever he want to explain if nobody's gonna ask. He'll do a video, try and walk it back, but Buddy know better. Buddy know better. Mr. Ray Smith, my elder is in the building. What's going on? It's part of T'Challa's story. No one else's. Yep. Keeping up, Mr. Hit. Listen, Mr. Smith be wanting all the smoke. I'm telling y'all to watch how y'all move in regards to him. Rob was talking down on Norman Rad as well, saying Rad and Shia Ball is the same thing. That's a lie. It's a lie, which is easily Google. You can easily Google it. Shia Ball is not Norman Rad. Not Norman Rad, not on Norman Rad's level. We're not mentioning her in the same breath as Norman Rad. Ain't no Fantastic Four fan, comic book fan checking for Shia Ball. They aren't. They aren't. You couldn't. You can't. You just nobody cares. No, nobody cares. She's a footnote. It's Norman Rad, the fallen surfer. Matter of fact, this is how much folks care about Shia LaBeouf. You just got your first Shia LaBeouf action figure. You need me to say that one more time? You just got your first Shia LaBeouf action figure. And the only reason some folks are going to get that action figure is because she comes with a surfboard. That's the largest surfboard they made for an action figure. And she comes with a diorama set piece to put the surfboard on. I'm telling you right now, just so you know, don't be surprised to see her sitting somewhere, but that surfboard be up under Norman Rad's feet on the diorama piece that they gave with that action figure. That's all that is. Nobody cares. And I'm not saying that because she's not an interesting character. Marvel Comics never invested in that character. It's hard for you to ask me to invest in a character you ain't even invested in. So, what is saying? We know he don't. Ooh, student of the game. The title switch is up there with calling the king a chief. Yeah, that's it. That's it. What's going on? King Cam is in the building. Y'all make sure y'all check out my brother Ujamba podcast and everything like that. Be dropping knowledge. Be dropping knowledge. And the post that he be putting up and everything too. I be taking the quizzes, King Cam. We got Black Granite. What's going on? Black Granite in the building. What is going on? Sunspot Creator even said he was supposed to be dark skinned. We know. That's why I said it's one of those things where more of us that know, and I'm saying Gen X baby boomers, because folks get it twisted. Those are characters. They just been around forever because we've been around forever. They're my characters. But yeah, we need more to speak out on that. What's going on? Professor Film Fam is in the building. Percy Bedford. I remember he did a series on the history of Marvel, and he made a statement basically saying Egypt and Africa are in different places. I left a comment and told him Egypt is in Africa. Oh, see, that's him being stupid. Like, and I try not to do stuff. I try not to, I don't want it to be about, I want to deal in facts, actuality, and everything like that. Rob know damn good and well Egypt is in Africa. But then again, you got Buddy, it's another YouTuber out here that I forget what he calls his name, but he think he's so spiritually enlightened and everything like that. New York is on the continent of America. Anybody telling folks that Egypt and Africa are separate is a separatist. Stupid, if you will. That's stupid. They would be more knowledgeable if they told you part of Africa was in Florida. So what? Yeah, part of the continent of Africa is actually part of the continent of the United States of America. Florida, specifically. You can Google that. You can Google that. Camilio King says, Jermaine, the studios want Latinos lighter to match the whitewashing agenda rampant in that community. They can. I'm going to keep my money in my pockets because what we say, we got Marvel at the house. I respect Rob for his Blue Marvel series, but he has been flip-flopping on his T'Challa stance. Follow the money. Follow the money. If talking about Blue Marvel, Adam Brashear makes him some money, I'm gonna talk about it. If diluting T'Challa as the Black Panther makes me some money, that's what I'm gonna do. Follow the money. His allegiance ain't to us first, and clearly it ain't to comic book fans first. That's his reputation he put on the line. There's been more than Rob willing to risk their reputation by being inconsistent when it comes to T'Challa. He ain't the first person, he's just the next person. Let's see here. The Komoyo King, oh yeah, I know. Let's see here. I'm trying to keep up with these notes. Let me see. Live chat, top messages, all messages. Lord, good God Almighty. Let me start from the bottom. Professor Film Fan laughing. Komoyo King is saying Flash by Night got bars. I tried to check out lives to be informed, fell asleep during episode 1, woke up to an animated version of the movie, Troy with a random Wakandan. That's what I got. That's coming to us for Flash by Night. Professor Film, they should cast the beautiful Jessica Williams as Bash. You know what? I got Bash at the house. They ain't got to do nothing. Hit the like. I definitely agree. I want more Black Panther and Wakandan merchandise because I remember as a child and my friends would play with Star Wars and G.I. Joes all day. It helped with the imagination and work. Listen, Black Granite. Let's start a group community that writes and shares our own fan fiction. I like that. I like that. I like that, Black Granite. I like that. And that's one of the things that we have been talking about. To your point, when you say, I definitely agree, I want more Black Panther. We want more merchandise. We want more merchandise. And the way we went about going to get it is not waiting for Hasbro to give it to us, but there's this young brother, Artman _ Customs on Instagram. Queen Mother Ramonda, got it. Dr. Eve Ewing Pauldron for Black Panther, got it. Bass, Head Sculpt, got it. Shooting as the Griot, I did that. Shout out to Weapon Hex Customs for telling me what pieces I needed to assemble. But Mr. Smith has that. Got it. Our Midnight Angels. We can tell you how to make sure you got your Wakanda at the house. Got it. Hunter. Oh, you Hasbro ain't giving it to you? Got it. Casper Cole. You need you some Cold Tiger? Cole, you need that in your house? Bam. Got it. Say less. You want Wakabi in your house. We want to make sure you got Wakabi. Got it. You want Zuri in your house. You need to have you some Zuri. Got it. You need to have Taku in your house. Got it. You need to have Horatio Walters in your house. Got it. We doing every damn thing we can to make sure we're self-sufficient. And when I say we doing everything we can, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, right? Well, we don't believe in keeping it to ourselves. No, we don't believe in keeping it to ourselves. You want it, we got it. We'll do what we can to make sure you got it. That's what we do. The Rock With Me Nation, we truly do believe sharing is caring. And if in Wakanda, the most precious resource is vibranium, well, over here, the most precious resource is knowledge. So we got that. Let me know whenever you want it. We got it. Rob from Comics Explained has lost his ever-loving mind. He just thinks it's a mantle. Rob ain't stupid. Rob ain't stupid. Rob doing what he need to do to keep that money coming in. And it's one of those things where just don't involve me and mine in your pursuit of the money. Like, don't misrepresent me and mine, because that's when I get offended. Like, do what you got to do. Feed your family. Feed your family. Feed your family. But don't take advantage of me and mine to feed your family. That's when I get offended. I do this for the Flash by Night. I do this for the culture to let them know what a creator looks like when he reads over and over. You creators hate me for raising the status quo of comic industry shady. It need to be taken over. Damn. That's what you were talking about. Come on. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I got to take a picture of this. Yeah, I had to take a picture of that. I do this for the culture, to let them know what a creator looks like when he reads over and over. You creators hate me for raising the status quo of comic industry shady. It needs to be taken over. Damn. Them bars for real. I like that. God damn. Funny thing, Rod's supposed to be a fan of Black Panther. So was Kevin Feige. So was Nate Moore. So was Ryan Coogler. So was that whole damn cast and crew of Black Panther. Let them tell it. They all fan. A fan is a fan is a fan. No, they not. They stop telling that lie. Let me see. It's why they was mad when Neymar at the Tanakh was talking about that. And they did him so dirty. Had my dog come out the water with his back to it. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So listen, to be fair, that wasn't me. Switched up some Jay-Z lines, but feel free to use it. You still did it though. So listen, what was today's video about? We've been in here for about a little bit over an hour and everything like that. I don't know how to tell you to protect. I don't know how to tell you to protect Black culture. I don't know how to tell you that. I don't know how to tell you to own Black. I don't, because you're either gonna do it or you don't. But when you don't, when you become part of the get along gang, stuff like this happens. And they've been running buck wild since the MCU has been a thing. You were Black before the MCU came about. You came into the world Black, you're gonna leave Black. And it don't matter where you leave at in this world, you're gonna be Black when you leave. Well, if you don't own the stories, we set ourselves up for folks like this to come in and do stuff like this. In mind, when I say we, I'm talking about the comic book fan. I'm not talking about the YouTuber. I'm not talking about the podcaster. I'm not talking about the movie critic. I'm not talking about the race car driver. I'm not talking about the person who sits down at ESPN. I'm not talking about the person who has a social awareness Black podcast. No, I'm talking about the Black comic book fan. Or the person that loves Black comic book characters. You are the knowledgeable person. Everybody else just wants to get paid off of these characters. This is the latest example. Well, if you don't know the knowledge to check folks, and I'm trying my best to be politically correct. These Black characters can't be misrepresented if we don't help. S. Jaddix gets upset because he wants T'Challa's brilliance to be shown. Well, for T'Challa's brilliance to not be shown on camera, somebody Black signed off on it. You need me to say that again? For T'Challa's brilliance to not be shown on camera, somebody Black signed off on it. They didn't put up a fight. For Lamar Hoskins to be deleted when we know damn good and well he's alive in the comics, when we know he's bigger than John Walker. Yeah, bigger than John Walker. When we know that Sam is 6'2", 250 and from Harlem, well, it's safe to say the actor that played Sam, it didn't mean anything to him. Sam's representation didn't mean anything to the actor that played him. But that same actor wanted us to show up and show out in support of him in Captain America 4. Don't work like that. stand 10 toes down in regards to your characters. To the point that was raised, there's more that we could do in regards to the character. I like the idea from Black Granite. Let's get Art. You know what? You said something. Get Art Man on the podcast. Yeah. I'm gonna hit him up. I know he's on the West Coast, but I have late hours anyway. So that's definitely so. What's going on? Scotty Hawk is in the building. So shout out to Black Granite. He raised an interesting topic. Let's get a starter group community. Remember, we're first. And it's not just me saying that. I've asked various writers when it comes to Black characters having a fan base. Various writers. They're not all Black. We're first. You're going to take some bumps and bruises. But damn it, shout out to Afro Samurai. We can be first, but we got a vision. We can be first, and we're already on the way to making that, turning that vision into a reality. Because this is the year, right? This day and age of modern technology. We ain't just got to sit back and wait on something to happen. We can make it happen. We got a voice actor. Byron sits right there as not just the voice actor for T'Challa, but a live action actor for T'Challa as well as Blade. So we have the resources. What we have to do, to Black Granite's point, is come together. Let's shut out those who don't mind telling Black people what they can and can't do, because quite a few of us then heard we don't need to be protesting. We don't need to be boycotting. They don't accomplish anything. No. Let's come together. And remember, when it comes to our characters, the characters that look like us, it's not just for us. I have children that walk in my office on a daily basis. Black children. And despite what might be going on at their home, what they might be watching at home, they get to walk in here and see themselves as superheroes, whether they be men, women, heterosexual, LGBTQ plus, it don't matter. They get to see that they matter. That's what this is about. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all so much. I will, because I'm crunk, full of energy and everything, be coming y'all way later on today with Absolute Green Lantern. I know I've been saying that for a long time. Absolute Green Lantern issue 3. But this is for the culture. I didn't see anybody doing it. Me, my brother, Daryl, Cam, Grand Madam Tarot, Flash by Night. We love us some us. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That said, I'm out. Till next time, in memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Till next time, right? Next time, we can agree to disagree, right? Adults do that. I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and soul. We out.